Do it.
What is up, everyone? Miles Low Road here. We're rocking some map and chill tonight. On the horn, we got some amazing people. Some of my besties, some of the best in the Doom community ever, and some of those who actually map for Quake. I know, blowing your fucking mind. On the horn tonight, we got Memphis, rocking and rolling. Say hi to everyone, Memphis. We got Dantos the Mutilator. Say hi to everyone, Dantos the Mutilator. We got Mincemeat and his eternal muscles. Say hi to everyone, Mincemeat.
Yo, Jason. I think he popped a couple caps, if you know what I mean.
Right in his forehead, just like.
We got Jim over here.
Yeah, please.
Jim over here. Using trench broom on Slackware.
Yeah.
What the fuck? That's some advanced ass shit. Compile that shit for Slackware. Do it. And then who else have we got on the horn tonight?
Josh, player_legend.
The fucking man, the myth, the player_legend.
The legendary.
I know it's been a while, and you know, there's one person you absolutely cannot forget who is a legend amongst VGPers. His name is BXN. Say hello to everyone, BXN. Dust Madonna.
Nothing on the screen right now, but
bit of a dunya.
Yeah, fucking. Why don't you show us pictures of some of your fishing lures you're working on? Anyways,
fishing lures.
You're here tonight.
Thanks, BXN, for stopping in.
Yeah,
fucking. I know it's been a while, but thanks for joining us for some Rapid Show. Tonight, I'm gonna attempt some slaveness. It's gonna be interesting because I'm trying to make Linux my total main. I'm doing a pretty good job under the one laptop, but tonight I'm on a different laptop, rocking Ubuntu 18.04. Bionic Beaver. Bionic Beaver, bitches.
Giggity.
It's no Slackware. It's no fucking Arch Linux. But nonetheless.
Plebeians, start hitting me up for that single monitor build we rockin'. Hold up.
Let's see here. I'm looking for something specific. I need that skull tag content. Actually, I should download that first. If you need any sort of files for Doom, visit files.valhallagameplays.info/wallets.
I used your standard settings, my dude, for that you had for the last map and chill. And we've got it going the same way we were before.
Yay. So you used the same nomenclature and just made it the next one? Yeah,
I edited the title, which was about it.
You see, folks, this is progress in action. It's fucking automation amongst people. Fuck the machines.
Hell yeah, bro.
Let's see here. What the fuck was I looking for? Oh yeah, Skull Ted.
So I'm running the console tonight, as in, you know, the recording software on this lovely DSL connection. Hook me up with that AT&T, my boys.
Yeah,
oh yeah, give it up for AT&T.
Shitty ISP.
AT&T in the house. DSL bitches, what? Can't hold a candle to that cable.
Shit, boy, fuck. Shit, boy, I'm about to get that shit pretty soon.
It's about as appealing as a lightweight ration.
Oh.
You know, let's take some food out and make it sound cool.
Yeah, boy.
All right. So, Jim, my primary purpose in having you here is having you show off a little bit of what you do with Trench Broom. I'm going to be showing off a little bit of what Josh does as well. But I was hoping tonight I might be able to take the opportunity to pop open GZ Doom Builder and just show you the basics.
Yeah. Let me get going on this for a second.
I'll give you 20 or 30 minutes or so, and I'll flip through what's going on with everyone.
I'll try to set up GZ Doom Builder and Wine like here at work. don't know whether that's true or not.
GZ Doom Builder and Wine. Something I haven't successfully done yet. I've gotten Doom 2016 to run in Wine, but not GZ Doom Builder. GZ Doom runs natively, luckily, in Linux, but to be able to create with it,
I've been told by my boys that Photoshop, CS6 anyways, does run fairly well in Wine.
Interesting.
I might actually, if I'm still looking for that Paint Tool Side 2 advancement, but if that happens, if Paint Tool Side 2 pops up on WineDB with a usable rating, that'll probably be the straw that breaks the camel's back, and I will make my way over.
By the way, if you're watching this tonight, make sure you share this shit. Everyone and their homies need to see Map and Chill. VGP, get down. What is that called? Shilling? Is that what that's called?
Yes.
Yeah,
Word.
It's okay when the good guys do it.
Okay. Shout out to my shills. Also, shout out to Vape Nation.
More like Gay Nation.
Vape Nation.
Vape Nation.
Does Vape Nation have a gang sign?
Yes, it does. Here, let me share my screen real quick. I'll show you.
Oh, God.
You guys are privy to this shit.
Great.
Here we go. Vape Nation, bitches. Hold on. It doesn't work. It's got to be like this.
That is so fucking gay.
Vape Nation, bitches. Actually, it's doing my screen backwards, so I think I have to do it like this.
But no, it was right the first time. Yeah.
On my screen, it shows it opposite.
Yeah, no, I think there's some, I think Discord may be correcting it.
Navation, bitches.
Navation.
It's only because I don't smoke cigarettes anymore. So don't judge me.
Probably for the best.
Yeah.
I really like nicotine.
It's a good stimulant, but I got
Oh,
bored.
man.
There, I admit it.
Oh, man.
Vape Nation. Yeah, boy. Yeah, boy.
What should we call this map?
He's nuts.
Got him.
Yeah, sounds alright.
Not one.
Let's go VGP. What CTF map do you have currently, Memphis?
I have, slot number 1, my dude. And...
Let me just check the Git. It's been a fucking minute. You can find us on GitHub/Valhalla Gameplays.
Josh, can't you, get Trench Broom to lay you down a default texture for everything?
Maybe. Like, I usually just select all and apply a texture.
Oh, okay.
Once you select a texture, you're just using it, so.
I usually get a shape going before I think about texturing, and I kind of get an idea of what I'm at.
Yeah.
I would have, like, every other map builder I've ever used, I would have, Trench Broom lay down a default texture on everything, every brush.
And what you can do is you can select all and apply a texture.
Yeah. I mean, it can kind of mess with you afterwards if you weren't thinking of a texture for it, but I guess find a suitably gray texture and it kind of works as a drop-in.
Oh, there's plenty to choose from, too.
Yep.
There's also lots of brown ones.
Or you can be like American McGee and make it all lava.
There we go.
Shout out to my dude, John Carmack, for making the real brown first-person shooter.
Yeah, by the way,
Looks good.
you heard it here first. Fuck John Romero.
Yeah.
John Romero's a fucking faggot, and if you're into that, that's fine, but if you like John Romero, you're probably a faggot, too.
Or you're a chick who likes, like, you know, long-haired dudes, which is cool, because, like, yeah, hit me up. My name's Miles Zobin. My number's 555, get laid. Just saying.
Hell yeah, bro.
Liking that door, Josh. Man, you guys like all this fucking extrude and these cut shortcuts you're using. It makes me want to pop open 3ds Max again.
Yeah, I'm just kind of flailing around here because my brain is not oriented to this right now, but I'm sure I'll shit something out that's acceptable in this time.
Huh, interesting.
What the fuck am I doing? I'm going to change the angle.
Dude, what the fuck? Slade gave me this.
Slade being gay.
Slade is being super gay.
So Miles, my dudes over here want to be talking shit about GNOME.
Okay.
I don't like
So
it.
what's the problem with GNOME?
I don't know.
Well, I don't like the UI very much from what I've seen of it. It's a bit too, like, all the buttons are huge. B, and primarily, fuck GTK3. GTK2 is okay, but I really wish it had a configurable file picker because I really don't like the file picker.
GTK3 does have a configurable file, and as far as the icons being big, you can always change that to whatever icon set you want. As far as the functionality of GNOME is really simple and responsive, especially if you use it with something like Arch Linux. I've had experience with it.
I've never actually used it as a window manager.
It's actually a really nice and simple window manager. To be honest, like Ubuntu 18.04, where they kind of melded Unity and GNOME together, it's a bastardized version of GNOME, and I dislike it for the most part. Using pure GNOME 2 with a nice environment like Arch Linux, or even I've had really good experiences with Solus. Not at all with Ubuntu or Debian variants. Let me just throw that out there. But GNOME as like a GUI is a really simple and responsive. I mean, KDE takes up so much fucking memory, dude, and it's beautiful and all, but
let me stop you. You like, so does GTK3 allow you to have like a separate file picker program? That's what I was. Really?
Yeah.
Okay. I was told you couldn't do that. That's actually really good.
You absolutely can.
Okay.
And the configuration manager is easy, even just within the GUI.
I will have to set that up. But
yeah, before you knock it, you got to try it. That's kind of what I'm saying.
Yeah. Well, I've used GTK3 before. My major gripe with it is the file picker because it's just like really weird. GTK2's file picker has its problems too, but it is a good bit better in my opinion. So apparently, I think in like GTK4 or something like that, they're doing this really fucking dumb shit where you cannot compile different versions of the GTK4 library on the same machine, and they're going to be incompatible with each other, and it's going to be really weird. I don't know. I don't look forward to those days.
Yo, we got some viewers. 4 of them.
Hello. If you have comments or like you're listening to the bullshit that's spewing out of my mouth and I'm not saying something that's correct, or anyone else here, please feel free to leave it in the comments.
And laugh at them.
Yes, please rub my nose in it. Fucking, I'm not able to create a new map. It's pissing me off.
Yeah, I know. The bit rate is pretty low, but it's pretty much all I can handle. Google Google Hangouts did a little bit better. I don't know what they were doing, but what settings they were using to handle it, but I did something wrong in the settings. You know, the bit rate's not all that great.
My problem with GTK, not GTK, damn it, GNOME 3, that it felt like it was a mobile. It felt like it was a mobile operating system for my desktop.
Interesting.
I thought Unity was a decent idea, but it was the most buggy piece of shit on planet Earth.
I just like you can bring your mouse to the top left corner, and it would just pop out all of your applications. You know, it's little.
They're both trying to be like Window Maker, but like not Window Maker. It's a desktop environment. I used Window Maker for quite a few years.
Let me try closing Chrome. But I bet you it's because I'm streaming.
Now because I'm lazy.
XFCE. Huh?
Give me a second, guys.
I like some Windows tile managers too. They're pretty cool.
I used i3 for a short time, but tiling Windows.
i3 is great.
That's dang.
I have gotten used to i3, but I like XFCE.
Same.
No.
XFCE is just the generic Windows or GNU Linux desktop environment.
CLI master race, my dudes.
Yeah, I get you. Whoa, bro.
5 viewers now, my dudes.
Oh shit! Welcome to Valhalla game.
Brothers.
Fucking, let's see here.
Feel free to vote us down for that amazing single monitor build I be running.
I'm not even at home right now.
This time it loaded more parts than it did before. But I don't know if it's gonna work.
Dantos, what are you working on?
I'm looking for something. I was gonna watch the chat.
Oh, okay. Yeah, maybe we could get a second pair of hands on that because, you know, fucking I offered to do it this time, but I really don't have much of the machine to be, not the machine, but the fucking internet connection to make this run smoothly. I'm running 2,000 bit rate.
Damn. That's right. Hit that keyboard. Smash that like button. If you haven't yet, smash that dislike button.
Smash that fucking dislike button. Somebody's already done it.
Yeah.
Just for you.
Hell yeah.
Hell yeah. This is gay. I can't even get on that shit. Fuck it.
Oh, gay!
I'll just fucking lounge it out. I'll vape for you viewers tonight.
Vape for the viewers.
Vaping for views. Oh my fucking god. No,
Oh,
somebody
yeah.
better not make that a thing.
Oh, man.
You heard it first on Valhalla Gameplay. Vaping for views.
I would totally vape.
I mean, I guess if I was getting paid.
I mean, like Steve gets monetization money to crack open a ration and smoke 100-year-old cigarettes.
That's true.
Hey man, you deserve.
Dude, the fucking the pizza was interesting. Like shelf-stable pizza.
The Slovakian pizza.
It was actually American made, but it was in a Swedish or Swiss ration, I believe.
Man, I don't remember right now, but it was in some sort of Scandinavian ration.
Yes, exactly. Fucking who's running Windows 8?
Dantos, that you?
I'm wearing Windows 10, sadly.
Okay.
Ew.
That's gay. Dude, you
I know.
upgraded that computer to Windows 10?
Yeah, because remember the Arch Linux fucked my shit up.
So
That's
you
what
went
you
to
get
10.
for using fucking Arch Linux.
So you went to 10.
Yeah, I went from
Hey,
awesome
hey,
to gay.
If he would have installed it from fucking scratch, more power to him. But I'm pretty sure you used an installer like Entergos. So yeah, fucking you fucked up. And
So-
why Windows 10? Did someone give you like a cracked version of it? Because I'll send you an ISO for Windows 7.
Yeah, fuck, dude.
Fucking Lois gave me a copy of his with a bunch of like 200 uses.
The NSA is listening.
The NSA is they'll sue you, friend. Like they did that one guy with the
Why they're
report.
scrumming down on my chode? Go ahead.
Goat head.
Yeah, go ahead.
Oh man. So,
Go get head.
you guys be sure to let me know how the audio levels are. I tried my best to monitor what is coming in and going out. Like I observed the best I can, you know, set my compressor and my noise gate and everything. But, you know, keep me up to speed.
Arch Linux is Gen 2 for people who don't want to install Gen 2, and it's a really bad idea.
PMAR's all like, install Gen 2, my dude.
Yeah, I
just fucking, just install Gen 2 to your PlayStation 2. Like, you will have the resources.
You can install Gen 2 on the Wii. There's a fork of Fun 2, which is literally Gen 2.
You can do Gen 2 on Xbox as well as Gen 2x.
I watched
the original Xbox, by the way.
I watched a video of a guy. Yeah, go ahead, Miles. Sorry.
I think that Arch Linux is great. I think that being on the bleeding edge and having access to their AUR is fucking worth it, dude. I'm just a pleb and haven't been able to install it.
Windows 3.1 master.
Go to like Arch Linux and then from there hit Gen 2 if you want to get deep, and then compile your own kernel. But I don't think you can write off Arch Linux.
It's less of a problem with the concept and more gripes with the people who made.
Oh,
I
never let that bug me at all. Like,
well, no, I mean they're just not competent a lot of it.
I was using Arch Linux at some point, like way back in high school. I installed it just for fun, and I was using it for about a week, and I decided to update in class, and then my wireless driver stopped working. It was awesome. But yeah, shit like that'll happen to you.
Like, it's less of a gripe with the developers being dorks, but like, I thought Void Linux, the developers are total dorks, like literally. Dork! But
they're dorks in a good way.
They actually know how to maintain their own distro.
They are dorks of the NetBSD breed, right?
So, Jim, it's getting pretty Mortal Kombat up in this map, don't you think?
On that?
The one you're working on.
Maybe. I'm just kind of putting something together.
Kind of reminds me of the pit from Mortal Kombat 2. Or not the pit. That would be the the pit. That would be the oh goddamn, skipping in my mind. The acid bath. That would be the one.
Skippity doo dah.
Skippity day. What a wonderful day. Hey, is that a racist song now? Zippity doo dah, zippity. Right? Because it's from that fucking Disney flick that's all supposedly racist.
Bro, you can't.
Supposed.
No, I say supposedly. Because, like, history is history. Like, erasing the past is, like, that's what Nazi Germany tried.
What the fuck?
That's the communists did too. Stalin did that.
Oh yeah. I was gonna mention. Actually.
So yeah, people will like to compare what the left does and trying to get rid of history or pretend certain things didn't happen to Nazi Germany a lot of the time. But it is making changes like that is a landmark of any authoritarian government, left wing or right wing.
Yeah.
Interesting.
Yeah, and I love Nazi Germany rifles. Like that one.
I like Russian World War II rifles. That's my shit.
I got my Mosin Nagants. Just like you got.
Totally. I sold my Mosin.
Oh yeah.
I'm in the market for one.
You sold your nugget, my dude.
But hey guys,
I'm slightly sad about it, but it's in good hands.
They had the best sidearms, but they also had the best forearms too.
Right?
So,
We're gonna get a carbine next.
So if you were me, what sort of home defense would you be looking at, Miles?
I don't know. Obviously, put a shotgun in your hands.
Birdshot?
No, dude. You could handle like, yeah.
No, I mean like we're talking about. We're talking about a house.
All right, if you don't want to hurt someone, I guess you would go.
I don't want to hurt my neighbors.
You go with two. You go with 2 rubber bullets, then a bird shot, then a buckshot, then a slug.
Okay. I see.
Shotgun.
But it's not like well, the problem isn't hurting somebody. I'm okay with hurting the assailant. I don't want to hurt my neighbors.
Here's the thing, though. When you have a shotgun in your hand and you make that sound and you cock it, people are instantly intimidated by that sound because they innately know what that means. So you never have to draw that weapon. That's why I say for home defense, any sort of shotgun. You know,
I think that getting to the point of pumping a shotgun and not using it, obviously you're already in a really shit situation. Like, you should be prepared to pull the trigger. Like, I'm not going to ever get that thing in my hands with the idea, I'm just gonna pump it and that's gonna be it. I don't ever get even my Derringer in my hands. Like, I don't ever take it out of its drawer without the idea that I may have to shoot someone.
I think that's obvious, but you're asking me about a gun, self-defense. Like, what else do you do with that?
Yeah, I get what you mean. And a shotgun for home defense is a very good idea. The only thing that puzzled me is getting buckshot or something even bigger than that.
Number 4 buckshot. It's a little bit smaller and you get more pellets.
Yeah, that doesn't sound like a bad idea.
And what you do is you have the tube in the shotgun filled with the chamber empty. Then you pump it and you put one in.
Filled with pellets?
No, with ammo. You know, the tube.
Yeah, the mag. Okay.
Well, yeah, the tube.
Yeah.
I mean, that's kind of how it is on a shotgun.
Unless you have something like a Sega or something like that.
Right.
A detachable mag. Then you put your 20-round drum in there and click and rack it.
Drum.
It's fucking crazy, dude.
Hell
with
yeah.
Shotgun shells. Or like an AA-12 with a drum mag or some shit.
Damn straight.
It would be dank. It'd be so much fun.
Some of you people out there might say, why would anyone need that much ammo for home defense? And the only thing that I have to say is that in what situation do you not need it?
I don't know. I think at the point that you have a drum mag, probably more for fun than anything else.
Well, if there's only one person you have to shoot, boom, you just don't shoot the rest of it. Big deal. Because
of the slippery slope thing, I say you let people have everything up to up to underneath weapons of mass destruction, and if you try and slowly roll back what people are allowed to defend themselves with, one day they'll have nothing.
Why the fuck can't I own arms?
What?
I mean, seriously, like when they wrote the Constitution, they thought the British were going to come back, and that's why they put that in there. At the time, arms extended to privately owned battleships they fought the war with.
And
yeah, sure.
Too.
That's fucking awesome. Dude, hook me up with that battle destroyer. Just saying.
Yeah, dude.
It's my constitutional right.
And the lefties will always... Yeah, the lefties will always bring up, well, weapons of mass destruction, you got to start handing out your civilians nukes and whatnot. And
we say yes.
Well, the important line to draw.
Nuclear weapons are like really, really hard to make. If they were easy enough to make, every country in the world that has a sovereign government has enough money to make nukes with that argument. There's a reason not everyone has nukes. They're very hard.
There is a reason, but I think that also there's a line to draw in between arms and weapons that have the capacity to destroy large land masses.
Yeah, I mean, I think that makes sense. You know, like, at the same token, though, like the government, and that doesn't.
Well, the price on some of those really destructive weapons is ridiculous alone to like deter anyone from, like you from having it.
Yeah. That's also a thing. I don't think the whole civilians getting access to nukes argument is a thing we're going to have to worry about for the next probably 500 years. And I know that's
Right,
quite a stretch, but there's so much red tape and politics involved.
Wait, tell me something. Are we living on base world, or is this the simulation?
Are we in the simulation right now?
We can make an amendment when the time comes.
What?
I said we can make an amendment when the time comes.
To the simulation?
Yeah.
No, to keep people from owning nuclear weapons.
Yes.
Supposedly, they can like filter out uranium out of seawater too.
Huh. Interesting.
Yeah, we always come up with a solution in time, it seems, and sometimes the problems are exaggerated to a huge fault in order to try and scare people into stocking up on supplies. You know, the whole a large portion of the climate change news publication thing and the movies based around it were a marketing tactic.
Is that the case?
Yeah, dude.
And that was at least the intent of the movie. The producers...
I want to get back to something, though.
Yeah.
We're talking about our constitutional right at the time of the revolution of the beginning of America, that it was extended to warships. Where did you get that information?
Well, you just look at the contemporary. You just look at the context of the time. The main reason why the right to bear arms was there was to keep the British from coming back. And when we fought the revolution, there was no state. There was no state militia. Everyone who participated was basically a private militia. And these private militias built and owned battleships that they operated.
Interesting. It's like nothing's ever
Like
changed.
privateers or something like that. Kind of like allied with pirates and crap. That's what we had, supposedly.
Pirates. I'll get down with that.
Yo ho ho.
I'm not an ANCAP, but I use an ANCAP scenario to test philosophical ideas kind of stuff. That's pure theory, you know?
I like what you're doing here, though. This is pretty dang.
Thanks.
Are you using wine to do this, or is this
No,
native to
this
Linux?
is native.
Shut the fuck up.
Yeah,
You have to start mapping for Quake.
The developer of Trench Broom doesn't fuck around.
Yeah. He's a
What's the
crazy
name of the
jerk
software
about it.
package?
Trench Broom.
Alright.
They'll probably have to get it off of his site. I don't know if it would be on the repository.
Repository.
When this shit gets Quake 3 support, it's going to be revolutionary.
Oh yeah, once it gets Quake 3 support, it's gonna be crazy. Like eventually, I don't know if he's gonna actually pull through with it anytime soon or not, but he says he wants to add source.
Oh man, if he becomes competition for Hammer, Valve's gonna start sweating.
Honestly, that'll just be good. That'll just be good for it. Hell, dude. I mean, fucking. I don't hate Hammer. Hammer's a good tool, but I prefer to use Quark, even though I can barely get it to work half the time as an editor when I'm working with source.
The main reason why they're gonna start sweating is not because of strictly their relations with the public, but because Valve's employees are going to start ditching Hammer in droves, and then Gabe is gonna be like, "Guys, why are you not using my tools?"
Not enough of your tools, Daddy.
Oh.
Gabe. The Gaben.
Gaben.
You're right.
Gaben.
G-A-B-E.
Yeah, we could use more Quake mappers because most of the community is a bunch of ass hurt Quake dads who play Net Quake all day.
Hilarious. Dude, yeah, I'll be in.
Dude, are there that many Netquake players these days?
Jim is to a fault exaggerating the propensity of the Netquake guys.
Oh.
No, they're terrible.
Oh, they're terrible, but I thought they were a minority.
I don't get
No,
it.
I mean like
Wait
the
a minute.
people who actually make mods are good for the most part, but there's a very vocal minority in Quake It's the Netquake community, and there's some good people in it, but for the most part, it's just circle jerk. And Quake's modding community is like the same 15 people.
By the way, shout out to a generic imp lover, fire demon / gay. Love you, mean it.
/ gay.
Where you have the same 15 people. I wish Quake had the modding community Doom did something, because Doom is like, it's so easy. Anyone can make a mod for Doom, and Quake's not that hard to get into, but it's not literally Doom. Like, it's fucking Doom.
There's a barrier of entry. We're talking about the barrier of entry in between somebody who has to have a download link. Like, I know it doesn't seem like a big thing, but we're talking about a barrier of entry that's similar to someone who has to have a download link in their web browser and someone who's actually willing to download some sort of FTP client and hook up to a server. Like, it's so small, and all you got to do is spend 5 to 10 minutes learning how to do a couple of things. Grab these different tools, and you're in. You're already on your way. But that barrier of entry is too much for some people.
I guess I could share some screen of me doing some fucking backend for FAP. And not what you mean. It's not what you think.
But Doom has modders across the board, and Quake's modding community. The mods that come out for Quake are on average much higher quality than your average Doom mod. So it's a quality over quantity thing, but much less mods.
Well, yeah, that's mods that come out for Doom happen so fucking often, though you don't hear about a good number of them anyways because they don't get the publicity.
Like if you sign up for one of these map jams they have, you make your map and you submit it. If it's good enough, it's in there, and it's like, hey, everyone in the community is gonna play your map.
So, Miles, are you gonna get the screen share?
Oh yeah, I'll get on that. We do this shit.
I've only stared at you briefly.
So has the whole world.
Your beautiful curly facial hair.
Stupid. Fucking. Am I sharing screen?
Yeah.
Okay, cool. Let's see. So, what do I have to do for Fab? Oh yeah, she wants me to set up 3 more instances. Holy shit.
So that means another server.
Yep, that's exactly what that means.
Well, fucking hell.
I think
on the fritz now. Why'd you have to say something? Now
I don't think that you should. I don't think you should try and stop her, but you should be prepared for the time she comes to the realization, hey, there's only 1 or 2 servers on a regular basis where people are actually playing. You know, like.
See, that's a beautiful thing about how. That's the beautiful thing about our business paradigm is like if she wants to cut out at any time, that it'll work out because we pay basically by the minute. So the moment she says stop, we fucking pull the plug and boom, we're good to go. So it's not a big deal.
Yeah, I got you. You know, but hey, man, if she wants 9 instances going, and she finds finds a use for them, yeah, go ahead.
Yeah, she has 8. We're working on the 9th, and we're talking 3 more, so we're talking 12.
Oh yeah.
Games that would surpass Valhalla gameplays, which is currently, I believe, at 10. We're actually, I don't know if you guys know this, and you guys should know, especially the admins. We actually have some containers going on, some alternative nodes right now. So you actually have access to other servers that we're testing out, so that we can move from the PGP 1.0 into like actual containerization and being able to like, automate the process. It's gonna be dank. So I should get you guys logins to that shit so we can start checking it out. Actually, let me check.
Yeah, as soon as you have the user created, I'll get in there and take a look at. You know, just like go through the configuration files.
things have just been booming, dude. Between, you know. By the way, I want to say this right now. Shout out to Buckshot, aka Justin Strunk of Facebook. Thank you so much for supporting what we do and hitting us up on Patreon, as well as allowing us to continue our our craft and creating gaming. It's a pleasure to host your shit. Also, shout out to Zombie for hooking us up with some cash monthly out of the kindness of his heart to keep us going via Patreon. You can hit us up on Patreon. I believe it's Patreon/VGP or Valhalla Gameplay, whatever. There's different levels of shit. But regardless, we love what we do, and shit's just like expanding. Also, thank you, Hope. We're loving getting your shit going. Fucking dank as fuck. Fucking right now, you're rocking 8 deep. I look forward to seeing what your cluster will look like 12 deep.
There's some people who every now and then get in Wrath of Kronos because it's generally a really good combination of mods. But
I also see people
there's like
it in RGA too.
Yeah, I never really liked it all that much. The Real Guns mods.
Dude,
so I haven't really messed around with them.
Up right now. They're up. Holy shit. Yeah, we have what is it? It's 2 different servers at it's 2 of the dev servers up at dev.vgp.rocks. Interesting. The ping is a lot higher for me. Interesting.
Are you
but yeah, I'm
streaming
just
up?
Yeah.
What's that?
You're still streaming, right?
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah. Sorry, I cut out fucking on the my. As soon as you said something, Windows 10's gay, it starts acting gay.
Yeah,
Why'd you have to say?
Cortana got pissed and fucked shit up.
Yeah, I might need that Windows 7.
You just call the
I'm just like
into your house right now.
I just saw like a whole instance for Extreme Weapons Pack, and I was like, really?
Damn, 2 shots dead. 187.
What are you playing, BXN?
Which sure.
Nice, right in the face. 1 hit. Beautiful.
So you said you had one, Miles?
Had one what?
A CD for Windows 7, right?
I have an image I can send you.
Okay.
Do you know how to create a bootable image for a USB drive?
Yeah, I've done it many times.
Okay, tell me how you do it.
Use a external program. I can't remember what I used before.
Oh, so you don't know how to do it. Oh.
Got him.
That's funny.
Let's see.
I think it was Rufus I used.
Yeah, there you go. Now you got good.
Yeah, I said I just don't remember what the program was called.
Well, get good.
Get good.
Remember that shit.
Get some of E's nuts.
Got him.
There's a couple other ones I've used, but the other ones is fucking broke my hard drives. I mean, my flash drives. Sons of bitches.
Fucked up.
You could probably recover them if you know the right command in Windows command prompt.
Yeah, I might need to get good and get that done too.
There's not much you need to know with Windows command prompt, don't worry. But there's a couple useful ones that'll help you fucking repartition a USB drive.
Can Windows do DD?
Huh?
Can Windows do DD? That would be really nice.
That would be so awesome, but no.
Rufus can do DD.
That's true. Rufus can do DD. And
You
if
can
you're
use DD in Windows if you're using Sigwin, if you want to mess it up.
Yeah. Huh.
Look at the bright side. If I did 7 again, I might be able to run shit again that didn't work anymore.
I tried to force
fucking
myself to use those as my main operating system again, and I couldn't make it more than once.
I'm like a good 3 months, or no. Yeah, I guess I'm a good 3 months into Linux being my main. Mostly Ubuntu variants, but a little bit of Solus, and a little bit of Arch Linux. But I straight have my laptop that I was working on before just mining. I don't do anything else with it, just sits there. so I don't touch Windows at all, except for at work.
That poor heatsink, though. You mine on
Huh?
your laptop.
What's that?
That poor heatsink, though. You mine on your laptop.
Yeah, exactly. It's being destroyed on a constant basis for sure. Meh.
So,
Poor heatsink. Whatever. I paid $200 for the computer, and I'm only using one core at actually 95%, but it's a quad core i5, and I get a pretty decent hash rate for what I get out of it for the coin that I'm looking for. But whatever.
so
Obviously, I just let it go because I don't care about it. But what?
how does Grand Theft Doom held up on NetPlay? That is.
I don't know, Dantos. You tell me.
What do you mean?
With fucking Doom Center and fucking
He
our
hasn't
boy
said a word,
Nightmare
but I've
Zero.
been checking on it. He hasn't said a word to me in about a week.
How's it play?
It plays pretty well. It takes a minute to get joined in, but it plays.
Viewers out there, if you're fucking around on Doom Center, make sure you find a spray can, you go up to the nearest wall, and you tag it with 120. Just do that for me, if you could, please. Thank you.
$120 a month. I mean, a year.
Yeah, a year. Well, I'll accept 120 on. If you want to pay me an A, I'm down. I'll take half a Monero. Half a Monero.
120 on.
Yeah, 120 and I'm down. I'll send you my wallet address.
Oh, man, Miles. We're never gonna let them live this one down.
It's my favorite meme ever.
It is, but at the same time, how can a motherfucker fuck up so bad to the point where he can't even fucking count right? Did he skip that part of first grade?
But wait, I thought $5 a month equaled 120.
A year?
No, half a year or 2 years. Every 2 years it'll be 120.
Jesus, that's just.
Any way you slice it, though, we're gonna keep it going.
Hell yeah, dude.
Any way you want it, that's the way you get it. As long
I think in
as
their
you pay
mind,
120 for it.
I think how simple-minded they're thinking about it. They think we're like literally forcing somebody into a corner. And
Who's this
them.
they? You guys are fucking conspiracy theorists.
Oh hell yeah!
Weird.
Put my tinfoil hat on.
Jesus fuck, bro.
Who gives a shit what they parentheses think? Lots of parentheses.
Did you just misgender the CIA?
Regular expressions.
Oh my god.
Huh. Oh wait, where the fuck? So there's one more game instance. I think she gave me the configs for it. Check this shit out. Let me take a look at this shit.
She's getting all good with that shit, boss.
Uh-oh, personal messages.
Servers. All them servers.
Oh, is she now?
Mm-hmm.
I'm getting good on them servers. Fuck around.
Yeah, to double check your work because you fucked up, boy.
Oh shit, dude! I was super proud of you today too. I was bragging about you to random because you fucking. And I wasn't gonna give it to you right away. Instead, I just wanted to fucking. I wanted to ask you to see how far you got with it, and I was pleasantly surprised, dude. Because I didn't read your message the full way, and I thought you were asking me for help. But then when I read it again, I'm like, no, he already figured it out. So I'm like, okay, what'd you do?
I
was gonna be like, you're a badass dude, thank you. I'm like, all right, how'd you fix this? And you fucking went far, dude. You even used Vim. Oh my god.
Yeah, out of my comfort zone, Keg. I'm so used to using sudo.
You mean
or nano, sorry.
Fucking, God, you can't. Sorry. You know you use nano. Save that shit,
sudo is the freaking administrative permissions.
Yeah, and but you don't need it. You don't need it with that. You don't need to use sudo with it. Matter of fact, you already have permission to the file because you don't need to type sudo nano or sudo vim because you already have permission to the file. Like you're part of the group that exists in the file. So I'll show you on screen here. So like for example in rag, there's. Wait, should I show rag off? Actually, no. I'll go to sock. That's exit. SSH to sock.
And are you gonna make them a fucking repository too?
Maybe. It depends on what they want.
Or a suppository.
Can we
Okay.
update this?
Repository.
Fuck,
Okay.
dude, you know it'd be cool. We make our own. They make our website for them too. That'd be
Actually,
fun.
no. I'm gonna spoil something right now. Do you know what's actually going on in the background?
What?
Okay, so Random has created a repository in the cloud, basically. He pays a really small amount for a lot of space that's available remotely. And then he's basically forwarding the address of this site to download by HTTP through Doomseeker, and you can connect to this really big repository. So instead of linking all the servers together, they'll share this file repository in the cloud, like every VGP or whoever wants to create a server or game instance through our organization will all have access to this huge repository and all the games that are ever loaded to. Much like, TSPG or Best Ever was.
Huh.
Nice.
Yeah, so that's in the work right now. As a matter of fact, I think the game instance we have up here with VGP rocks are of that.
Yeah, there's, Josh explained it to me briefly, but there's, a piece of software that I, need to set up to get people, like, a view of a file tree from my website. Or, I just need to set up a website where people can that runs off of my server where people can download the full version of my albums.
Indeed.
So, I don't host my shit anywhere that there's going to be any sort of license issues or where someone wants to license any of my music. I don't go for that shit.
You could easily do that on a VM without anybody intruding on your intellectual property. I don't think you necessarily have to host it out of your actual physical location.
A VM?
Yeah.
What do you mean?
Like even just a DigitalOcean droplet. DigitalOcean isn't gonna. Nor is it in their contract to like own your shit. Do you know what I mean? So you can easily have a VM and host it on your own that way.
I use them to host my Quake server.
So, wait.
Wait a minute.
I got you.
Just having fucking, he has a light bulb.
He's having an
Yeah,
existential crisis.
fucking. Why is there's 2 VGP invasions? Okay, duh, because it's run on a different. Shut up! God damn it!
Me shut up or you shut up, bro?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm telling myself to shut up. It's fucking damn.
I'm like, bro, I've been talking about this. That fucking Random put up 2 new fucking game instances on fucking VGP.rocks. His domain. I mean, it's the people's domain, right? But
The people's domain, I love it.
I'm the Valhalla gameplays.info guy. He's the fucking VGP.rocks guy. You know what I mean?
Well, oh yeah, I was gonna say, Jim, Window Manager's badass.
What is?
Window Manager.
That's your XFCE setup, right?
Yeah.
It looks very Windows 98. I like it.
Thanks.
Oh wait, this is what I was showing you, Dantos. Let me see here. How would I do this
Anyway.
fancy so I just showed I won't?
You were saying you wanted to show
I'm
me
not
some
even
stuff
gonna
about
try to
easy
record
build,
myself.
something like that.
Every time I tried to
About
do
what?
anything,
Easy new builder. That's it.
Yeah, I've just kind of been mesmerized in the things that you're able to do. Both of you, like, it just makes me want to crack open 3ds Max again sometime.
Map making is really comfy. Like Trench Broom is basically 3D modeling light.
It's magic Legos. is
Magic
pretty much
Legos.
what it is.
I mean, it's just fucking DSPs, bro.
Yeah.
I gotta get into like.
I was
Once I
interested.
picked up Blender, I was okay. I want to get good at 3D modeling so I can be the one-man video games team.
I've made very simple CS 1.6 maps and tried to transfer that over to CS:GO and it looked like trash, but you know.
I mean, CS:GO and CS 1.6 both have the same geometric limitation.
Yeah, I get that, but it's just that the contrast in art style made my very limited scope for mapping look like trash when I tried to make maps for CSGO.
The problem with source mapping is you need to have a shitload of models to make source not look like shit.
Like with your CS maps, did you run into like were your textures too low res, or was it the geometry was weird? Or
the geometry was very boxy, and I didn't know too much of how to taper or split it. So, like, I had to do it manually by going through some menus, so I didn't do it all too often. So my geometry wound up extremely boxy and kind of retained the qualities of a CS 1.6 map. So when I transferred that over to CSGO, it looked like trash, and I kind of gave up on mapping for CSGO, which I think isn't such a bad idea because I would have never made anything out of it.
It's not like it's worth mapping for CSGO. You basically got to join a fucking cult to get anyone to play your map.
Well, yeah, I saw this guy that Philip, 3 Clicks Philip, talks to on a regular basis. They did a video showcase of this really fucking complicated map that took a guy multiple years to make, and he hasn't even got the motherfucker in an operation. Like, this is one of the best looking fucking maps I've ever seen for any video game ever. In general, just on a geometric level. He still hasn't landed it in an operation because he hasn't been scratching Valve's back.
There's a reason I don't make TF2 maps.
There's some guys that land really